Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG Build Guide Edition. Today I'm ready to drop on you my brand new Primalist Beastmaster Squirrel build, currently at 1000 corruption. As always, I will cover every single facet of the build. Everything is timestamped in the description below if you need to bounce around. Let's not waste any time and jump right into this. Starting off with some gameplay in the middle of a live Aberoth fight. Now the skills we are using for this summon squirrel build are Leap, Warcry, Frenzy Totem, Wolves, and Swipe. And you will see that even during Aberoth, we just absolutely melt him. You've got great sustain and amazing damage on this build. Moving on to phase 4. This build is using the Herald of the Scurry helmet that transforms your wolves into squirrels. He trapped himself in the corner. You are dead. Absolutely mopped up. All right, everybody, 1000 corruption abomination. Watch this. This is 1030 corruption. Melted. 1000 corruption harbinger from abomination. This is the strongest companion build I've ever played. Very easy playstyle. Everything you do buffs your squirrels. Leap, Warcry, Frenzy Totem, and Howl. And then you are using Swipe to give you sustain and cast Spirit Squirrels. And dead. That is Aberoth, 1000 corruption abomination, and 1000 corruption harbinger. Let me show you how to recreate this build. So now let's break down the skills for our 1000 corruption squirrels, and I'll try and point you in the right direction on what nodes to take first. Now, the first thing we're going to look at is, of course, our damage dealer, and this is Summon Wolf. And again, we are transfer these into squirrels. Now, what you want to do first is go to the right, and then you want to go to the left. Now, when you go to the right, you're going to get attack speed, movement speed, multiplicative damage. Your wolves or your squirrels will leap attack, but this is the important node. Wolves up to your companion limit. If you do not have this node, you need to take the Fang Amulet, or you won't be able to have a whole army of squirrels. Next thing you want to do is come to the left. You're going to get more multiplicative damage. You're going to get crit, and you're going to give your squirrels the cold tag, which is very important, cold. And then come over here and make it where you have 1 to maximum wolves and 1 to maximum companions. Now, the rest of the points, you could kind of put wherever you want. You could see here that I have 33 points into wolf, which is crazy. I have come down and taken more life and health regen. I've also come up and taken howl on kill and multiplicative damage. But that stuff is not required. Really, the required node is this and this. Moving over to Swipe. First thing you want to do is come down here and you want to get Wild Calling. This gives you Spirit Wolf, but really you're going to have Squirrel or Spirit Squirrels that are going to be hitting like crazy, and these are minion tagged. So this is a way for you to do a melee attack that actually scales with minion, which is awesome because obviously your squirrels are all minions. You're then going to come up here and you're going to get Kill Threshold, and then you're going to come down here and take tons of sustain. You will be able to have 7 stacks of Aspect of the Panther, and each stack of Aspect of the Panther is going to give you health regen. So this is going to help keep you alive. Now, if you are struggling with mana in any way, you want to take 2 points here, 1 point here, and 1 point there. You will peel 4 points out of Aspect of the Panther, and just 1 point into Duality of Nature will take care of your mana. Right now, we are not struggling with mana, so I just put it all into Sustain. Moving over to your movement skill, Fury Leap. First thing you want to do is come over here and give it a less of a cooldown so you could leap more often and make yourself invulnerable while leaping. If you get good at this, you could leap when bosses do their attack, so you can't die. You're going to then come down and give your squirrels more melee damage. Your squirrels will leap with you. You're going to frenzy your squirrels. You're going to get life, and you're going to cleanse ailments. Last but not least, you want to pull enemies in while you leap, so they're not spread out. It helps you with clear speed. Moving over to Summon Frenzy Totem. Summon Frenzy Totem, first thing you want to do is come up and over, and you're going to make it where you could refresh your companion's ability, which is your Wolf's Howl, and you're going to get a 250% crit chance to your squirrels. You're then going to come down here and get more health sustain. This build, we have over 1,000 health per second. It'd be like if you were just spamming health potions the whole time. You're going to give haste to yourself and your squirrels and take more base damage. Last but not least, Warcry. First thing you want to do is come up and to the left, and I told you that it's important to make sure that your wolves get the cold tag through these nodes. That is because through Warcry, you could actually give your squirrels an additional 100% critical strike chance and chill chance if they carry the cold tag, which they do. You're then going to come up and over and cut the cooldown in half. Again, pull enemies in instead of pushing them out. This helps with clear speed. You're going to come down here and take Berserker. This makes it where you attack quicker, and the faster that you attack, the more sustain that you will have and the more spirit squirrels. And then lastly, come down to the left and get Cleanse, so you'll be cleansing ailments from your Warcry and your Fury Leap. Those are the skills. So now let's talk passives. At time of recording, I am level 100, so we have all of our passive points, and we're going to start in the base Primalist tree. Now, this whole build is focused on strength, so you want to get as much strength as humanly possible. So we've taken Primal Strength here. We are dual wielding. We're getting as much life as possible and transferring that Hunter's Restoration to our squirrels. We're getting an additional 20% DR, and then we are coming up here and giving ourselves more life and our squirrels more life. Now we're going to make it easy for Beastmaster. All 86 points are in the Beastmaster tree. We're going to take DR with Years and Strength. We're going to take DR with Aspect of the Boar. We're going to unlock Aspect of the Shark on our squirrels. We're going to get Sustain through Natural Fortitude and increased health per strength. This is the 1 threshold node for Beastmaster. Attack speed and movement, base damage threshold for our squirrels, more damage reduction, attack speed for us and the squirrels. We're going to super boost Aspect of the Shark right here, which is going to make the squirrels just that much stronger. We're going to take Cry for crit chance and critical strike multiplier for the squirrels. We're going to take an extra squirrel, and we're going to come up here and take more base melee damage for the squirrels and strength. Now, I do want to note, all right, in Druid, if you don't have all your endurance, you can come right here and put 5 points into plating. This will give you base armor and endurance. This is also going to give your minions armor, and then you can put 5 points right in here into prowess, which does give you strength and attunement. We don't need the endurance for the build right now, so investing 10 points for really 6 strength, I didn't think that that made sense, so we invested everything in the Beastmaster tree, but that is an option. Those are the passives. Moving over to Last Epoch tools, we're going to break down the blessings, idols, and gear, starting with blessings. Now, these are the blessings that I have chosen, but remember that your blessings are really dependent on the gear that you are using, but there is one blessing that is very important. Right now, I have health, all res, endurance, physical resistance, and this is the most important blessing. This is the health regen blessing. This gives you a ton of sustain. Moving over to idols, this is pretty simple. We are using 4 of the large 1x3 idols. Each one has 9% to health and increased minion melee. Now, the other idols we are using is 1x2s, and this gives you 6% to life and rounds out our resistances. And one of the idols has frailty on hit on it. Moving over to gear, there is one item that is required for this build, and that is the Herald of the Scurry helmet. This is the helmet that Zizarin made for last Epoch, and this is what actually transfers your wolves into squirrels. The build technically works without it, but instead of having 10 squirrels, you will have 5 wolves. And if you don't have the helmet, you can check out my wolf pack video. I will link that at the end of this video. But to make this work, this item is required. Now, before we go over any other gear, I just want to say for the record, all the footage you saw and all the gameplay on the VODs on Twitch and YouTube, nothing is snapshotted. We are not switching out gear or using any unintended mechanics. I just want to make that very clear. Now, the other items that we are using is the new inheritance of the Erased Amulet. We are using the new Pale Ox body armor. We are using Cleaver Solution, which works great with Vessel of Strife. And this makes it where you're going to be able to get 2, 3, 4,000 ward. We are using Phantom Grip. This is going to give you crit base and skill levels to your minions or your squirrels. We're using a Ribbons of Blood. This makes it where your minions cannot be crit. Basically gives them 100% crit avoidance, life, leech, base damage, and these are very easy to find, 2, 3 LP. We are also using a set affix. So pretty cool about this build. We're using legendaries, we're using exalts, and we are using sets. Now, the set that we care about here is the Last Bear's Glove affix, and right now we have it T7 in game. And this is going to give you 3% health regen per strength. And right now, if you have 150 strength, that means this singular affix is going to give you 450% health regen. It's a really, really nice affix. We are using just an exalted belt for resistances, minion damage, and health. And we are using the Citadel boots. This is going to take care of our reduced bonus damage taken from critical strikes and life. So this is the gear, the idols, and the blessings. So now let's talk leveling. This is not a leveling guide, just try and get you pointed in the right direction. And what's awesome about Primalist Beastmaster, especially wolves or squirrels, is you could actually start the build at level 1. The first skill you unlock in the game is Summon Wolf. And again, I would naturally just start going to the right and make it where your wolves can be summoned up to your companion limit, okay? So the first skill you would take is Summon Wolf. The second skill you would take is Swipe. And again, you would come straight down here and unlock Spirit Wolf. So that way you have your wolf pack with you. And as you're attacking, you would be doing minion damage with your Spirit Wolves. I would then come up and get Kill Threshold. The third you are going to get is Warcry. And Warcry, you can, it depends. If you're struggling with survivability, you could come down here and get Cleanse. If you want to make your wolves stronger, you can come up here and get Bringer of Winter. If you want to attack quicker, you could take Berserker. The choice is yours. So these are actually the first 3 skills you want. Now keep in mind, you don't want to spec into Fury Leap, but you do want to put an unspec'd Fury Leap on your bar. That way you have your wolves, you have your swipe, you have your Warcry, and you could still jump around as you traverse the campaign. You will finish it in no time. All right, everyone, that's the build guide. What do you think of my updated Nutcracker? Is there anything I missed? Is there anything I can do to take this to the next level? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Of course, only if you think I earned it. If I haven't earned it, I'm gonna work harder for you. Come by the stream, Air in Action RPG on Twitch. We're actually recording this live right now, and we have over 80 hours after 10 days of the subathon. It's been an absolutely crazy event. So come hang out, or if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Check out actionrpg.com. Works on your mobile phone and your browser. My brand new website for build guides. And that's all I've got. Hopefully you were entertained or at least learned something. Aaron, out.